So when you think you got a sweet deal on a trash pump and the guy's like, oh yeah man, just used it. So you bring it home, you know, because you got water stuff going on. So you're like, yeah, I'm gonna fire this thing up and try it out. You're like, oh yeah, he just used it. Must have been using it with a choke on all the way, because that's the only way it'll run, and it still don't run very good. So this is what the carburetor looks like on something the guy just used. So full of crud and crap. Must have been running cheap gas in it. Float bowl was full of nasty junk. So to get the carburetor off of this thing, you got to pull it out of its cage somewhat. And now I'm just taking the carburetor apart. Gonna try and clean it up, clean the needle and seat, and clean the float bowl all out, clean the float all up. See if we can get it to run on its own without the choke having to be on. All right, so here it is all cleaned up. Down inside that center hole is the main jet. We actually, it's like flathead screwdriver, was able to pull that out. The main jet was totally plugged off. When you slide this pin out, you can lift the float bowl up, and then on the spring there is what they call the needle and seat. So pulled that out. That was all gummed up, and the orifice that flows fuel through there was also gummed up. So took that all apart, cleaned all that, cleaned the inside of the carburetor all out good, cleaned the inside of the bowl itself as best I could. So now we'll start putting this thing back together. Also drained the gas out of it. I don't know what the gas was, but I don't want it, because if it did this to a carburetor, it's junk. So getting rid of that. We're going to put some non-ethanol recreational fuel in here, the same stuff we run in the Toro, zero turn. You know, if you want a small engine to last, you do not burn regular gas from the gas station, because all of it's got ethanol in it, and it gums up these little motors just like this one was. So we'll keep putting this together, see if we can get her going. All right, so we got the carburetor all put back together, machine's all reassembled, mounted back to its base. Ran down to my favorite local general store, picked up a couple gallons of recreational fuel and a new spark plug, and I'm gonna put this thing together and let's see how she runs now. All right, and no lie, first pull, open the throttle, close the choke, first pull it fired right up. Yeah. Engine runs all the way at minimum throttle and runs right up to max. Even with the choke all the way off. Perfect. Amazing what a little bit of simple maintenance will do for a guy. If you'd just ran rec fuel from the start, probably would never even had to open her up. But now, I did also take the this threaded portion off and clean the flap valve, which is supposed to help with the priming portion of it. So hopefully that'll work like it's supposed to. Now maybe we can get her down there, go grab our muck boots, head down to the water hole. Let's give her a proper test. All right, I don't know if hadn't been used in a while or what, but it did take a little messing around to get it to prime up. But we got her flowing. She's flowing a good steady stream, so yeah. As a matter of fact, the suction screen was under the water by a good couple inches, and it's already sticking out of the water. So I think definitely got some flow to it. So, anyway, more fun. Fun. So in 5 minutes, this thing sucked about 5.5, 6 inches out of this spot here. You can kind of see the wet area where it was up above it. But I wiggled and pushed down the pickup a couple of times and put that sandbag on it, trying to suck it down as much as possible, and that's just impressive to me, I guess. That thing moved a lot of water in a real short amount of time. So a little bummed that, you know, people aren't 100% honest with you when they sell you things, but thankfully I'm handy enough to make it work. So good to go, I guess. Thanks for watching.